Hi guys, so I'm here again with another piece that I'm gonna be showing you guys. And so this piece to me represents what I deem as a failure, epoxy job. But what I recently noticed about failure is that it's only a failure for you unless you don't take the positive lessons out of it. So, for example, this piece, it was not epoxied properly because I was rushing it. And so I put it down, didn't want to have anything to do with it. Mind you, I still conveyed what I wanted the piece to say, and that actually came through really nicely with coloring and all that stuff. And I threw it aside because I'm like, oh my goodness, I ruined it because I went and tried to epoxy it and blah blah blah. So I just put it down, set it aside, and so I had to kind of dust it off. But without further ado, here is that piece, and this one I find myself recently focusing on a lot more inspirational wording pieces. So this one says slow and steady wins the race. So and I say that to say this piece was a representation for me of how fast um, life can get sometimes, especially in the summer months. Because for me, um, the other business picks up a lot more frequently for the summertime, the landscaping construction that's outside, right? So it makes it so much more busy for everything in my life. And so I found that doing this piece kind of calmed me down, settled me out, mellowed me out, and I'm like, you know what? I love it for that reason. So I had to go back to why I did the piece in the first place. And this was completed 2023. So this was 2 years ago. But yeah, that's kind of where my headspace was at. And as usual, it's the abstract genre of it, but I didn't fill the canvas with it this time. I kind of left some space for what I was really trying to get the piece to convey, which is the obvious message of slow and steady winning the race. And so you could see where the epoxy didn't go well at all, because I did it on my deck. And during the Russian process, I left it outside and it got rained on. And so that's why I was just like, oh my gosh, it's ruined. But then everybody knows me, knows I'm super spiritual. So the spirituality that I took from that was, yeah, telling me that it's okay to be imperfect. Because we sometimes are our biggest critics. And so I know I am for myself with hair, landscaping, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm always looking for room to improve. And sometimes that puts a lot of unnecessary pressure on myself. And like I said, the jumbledness that happens in here. And so the canvas becomes the forefront during that time, because I used to think people's heads in the salon was a blank canvas and I can do what I want. Well, yeah, when I was 18 and I started doing this professionally, yeah, of course, people would come and say create. Now everybody comes with a photo. And so you have to stay within the confines of whatever the style is that they're wanting, of course, modifying it to suit their shape, face, whatever. That's another art form that we're not going to get into on this platform right now. And then, so yeah, this piece, I figured, you know what, I'm not going to put it up. It's just been on the floor just because, like I said, I thought it was a failed project. But then it was recently that I'm like, you know what, it's not a failure if I take the positive lessons. So the glass being half full, because that really, really does um, get whatever lesson the creator was trying to teach me at the time out. And so for me, um, it always represents um, my freedom when I paint, but at the same time, I do believe I create errors sometimes that they're mistakes that I didn't want to happen, obviously, but it did happen. And so when that happens, I have to be able to go back as the artist and figure out how can I still see the beauty in this piece. And so this I'll show it one more time before I jet. And so see, it still says what I wanted it to say. The shapes are a little bit more square because I am pretty structured in the way I do things. And but at the end of the day, there goes that firecracker personality. So I figured, you know what, let me just abstract this piece and then get it how I want to get it for that time frame. And so that's all I'm going to be showing for today. I never show what I believe is imperfect. And that's me again, stepping out of my comfort zone and doing that. So, what I'm going to do, if I find any more pieces like that, then I'll definitely share them with you guys because, like I said, I'm not holding anything back. I'm giving you guys everything and also the process. So, I might come back with another video of a painting that I'm working on right now. Okay, so until next time, bye guys.